Hey, let's do a quick and structure-based outlooks for some majors, Bitcoin, maybe oil. So Euro USD is very bearish based on structure and on how I view structure. Mm, Again, a small disclaimer: we can have very different looks on the market and both still be profitable. I'm just making this outlook based on my strategy, my system. So again, we are just printing very bearish structure and holding it, holding. So for this week, we are still inside this bearish range, and what I would be looking at are these zones as main zones to go bearish. So price can go here, and then on lower time frames, I will be looking for my confirmations and go lower from there and from there. So this area are all targets. On 4 hours, um, by the way, it's interesting because on 4 hours we had this range from the previous outlook. You can change, but you can check other outlooks for more context about what I'm talking about. But this range held for all week. This price expansion, yeah, this price impulse held for all the week was mitigated. Some refined supply zone here, like perfectly tapped into it and went down. So these are targets to go lower. Second scenario, if we shift bullish on 1 hour or 2 hours, 4 hours, we can look for short-term bullishness. But again, if you want to see Euro USD like really bullish, you need to understand it will not happen like this. Yeah, you need to see some kind of accumulation, and this can be a start of accumulation. Maybe even this already is an accumulation. Maybe we will have one more sprint. But then again, if you want to be like really bullish on Euro USD, you better wait for this shift and then one more shift of structure, and then you can have your bullish market. But before it happens, it makes sense to be overall bearish on EU. Then GU basically the same. We are just holding a bearish structure, as you see, just making new breaks of structure. Again, if you want this market, so if you want to catch bottom, please buy and you catch the bottom, but don't expect it to go like this. Probably, if the market is bearish, it will not stop. You can't stop this trend in one day, in 1 week. You will need to have some accumulation, same as for EU, some accumulation, manipulations, liquidation, and so on. Right now, it's all very bearish. The structure on daily holding, of course, from this huge expansion, and it can just go lower or mitigate this zone and go lower. So before the price really shifts bullish, I will be bearish, of course. And you can check my other reviews and so on. Right now, the structure is holding from here on 1 hour. We can look for some bearishness from here, of course, with confirmation. And if the price will want to change the bias short term, it will show it to us. It will shift on 1 hour, on 4 hour, and we can look for some scalps or maybe short term swing trades to these areas. Gold, please check other reviews for gold, but I shared my position that it's bearish and it's still holding the same range from the June of this year. It mitigated the zone. It started to go bearish. The target is not reached, so the main target is this. We are from higher time frames. We are bullish, and bullish structure holds from this impulse. This is our protected low at 1670. So my main bias is for price to hold something here, or if it wants, it can go higher and mitigate this inside structure on daily, and then maybe go and liquidate. But I don't treat this as a strong support at all. I think it will be liquidated. But if not, and if price will shift bullish, of course we can look for bullish plays. But again, in order to be like really bullish, right now bearish structure holds here at this price expansion. So maybe if you want to see bullish gold, it would be really great to see a closure below. So we will have a new bearish expansion, a new bearish range, and then a reshift back bullish, and then we can start to become bullish. But right now, everything, just everything, is very bearish. US 500, US 130 are all like short on bullish, bearish. Everything is bearish from weekly, and they had these shifts on daily, and right now they are in this demand zone. But again, we all need to keep in mind that these shifts, they were only one shift. So we had bearish structure and then one shift to the upside, and now the price in this demand zone. So if it wants to hold, it will hold, but then you better wait for these shifts of structure on 1 hour and then look for longs. But right now, lower time frames are bearish, so very possible the bearish structure would hold and we can see lower prices. And if it happens, it can mean that it will resume the weekly bearish bias and maybe even go and show us lower prices. Again, I will just follow my confirmations and my strategy. But yeah, not really bullish right now. In case it shifts here, it will be much more bullish. UJ very bullish, so bullish on weekly. Right now created a new bullish expansion on daily. First areas to look for lower time frame as confirmation is this one. So just continue the trend, and yeah, and this from daily. So until this bullish expansion holds, I will be bullish, and then if it breaks and shifts, I may shift my. But again, I will not force. I notice really often people, for instance, people are trend line traders, and then they have this huge bullish trend, and the price is here. And instead of being bullish, like they said, they say, okay, price is here, but now it needs to go lower because I say so, because my trend line is here. So it just 100% will go lower. And now you are overall bullish, but you are short in the market. Instead, what we need to realize that if the market is holding bullish structure, most likely it will not reach like the last points of interest. Would it be your support or your trend line? Most likely it will just go and just continue bullish structure. So that's why I say that the first place to go bullish is here, right here. We don't need the price to come all the way here. New Zealand USD holding bearish structure from here, looking for bearish place overall, and if shifts, bullish. Bitcoin, again, I'm just like a bit terrified. People are looking at this structure and say, "Oh, we are like very bullish on Bitcoin, and now it's ready to go up." But but have you did you take a look at like higher time frames? I mean, we are still in the same daily expansion of price that we had in June, so like a long time ago, but it still holds. This all just inside structure consolidation. And again, if we want to see like really higher prices on Bitcoin, we will possibly see some accumulations, some manipulations, and then all the shifts, and then we can say, okay, this market is bullish. But right now, objectively, the market is really bearish. Then why should we force anything? Yeah, I mean, I know that historically we are bullish, of course, but even with that, if you have this impulse, let's ask ourselves, where did it come from? It came from this demand zone, so from this area, and the market has all the reasons to go lower and starts accumulating inside here. So this is the most likely scenario right now. And then every like push, every shift, it does not mean like anything except if you are a scalper, so you can follow the price. But again, everything bearish, bearish daily, bearish for hours, bearish 1 hour. Everything is very bearish. So if you are even looking for longs on 1 hour, it would be bad make sense to wait at least for this shift, because now it's all holding. This is the protected high, and very likely the price will just fall. I was talking about this zone maybe from the previous week. It got mitigated, and now the price can just go and attack this target. I don't know if it will happen, but right now it's looking that the beginning of the week will be bearish. Everything bearish. U.S. oil, we are bullish from monthly, but with that said, we have some reasons to go even lower and mitigate these zones. And we had some, uh, of course, daily structure holds very bearish, and we had some bullish shifts on 4 hours, but recently we reshifted back bearish. And now my main expectation is just to hold, something here and look for mitigations and go lower. And this is the first target, and somewhere here will be second target. But yeah, but it seems like price can consolidate for some time more and then go lower. That's it for this outlook. I will send some specific charts, and feel free to drop your questions. Bye.